Hi, this is Sophie Axelsson of the Queen Silvia Nursing Award. I'm so happy to be here today in Helsinki, Finland, with the Queen Silvia Nursing Award 2023 winners, Floro Cubelo and Hanna Jokinen. We're here in Helsinki because of their 2-day learning and networking experience. We have just come out of 2 intense meetings with Muistelito, thank you Muistelito, as well as Elisa. Thank you, Kiitos, Elisa. But I'm here to provide a little bit of a bonus track, a bonus episode for the Adding Candles podcast, because we would love to balance out Stefan and Josephine's interview, which was just newly published, with a little bit of the stories from Floro and Hanna.
Adding candles, whoa.
So Floro and Hanna, thank you so much for joining me today in Helsinki. And we have another day left in this intense learning and networking experience. I hope you're not too tired yet.
No, we are not. This has been a very great day and I'm so looking forward to the next day.
I'm really looking forward for the 2 days coming for the Queen Silvia Nursing Award networking days.
Great to have you here. We're here to highlight both of you. That's the intention behind the Queen Silvia Nursing Award. Both of you won for your respective ideas regarding how to lift and elevate the quality of care for older people and people living with a dementia diagnosis here in Finland. But we would like to learn a little bit more about yourselves. Maybe the first question I can ask is to Floro. Mm-hmm. You've given a considerable amount of your life to the nursing profession. You've brought your nursing degree from the Philippines all the way to Finland. How do you think we should keep encouraging people to explore these studies, the nursing education? You are a lecturer at Oulu AMK, and we would love your perspective of how do we keep nurses within the profession as well.
That's a really good question, Sophie. And for me, it's really important that we create a clear pathway for nurses, and we need to offer them a possibilities to improve their career and for professional development. We need to ensure that they have good working conditions, and that we offer them a continuous professional education. And we need to offer them the necessary compensations, and that would really encourage them to stay in the profession. Also, it's very important that we have the competent nurse leaders who can keep the nursing profession up on top. And that they will be able to defend the nursing profession, and they really feel the need of the nurses who are working in the clinical field. By this, we can improve and have them stay in the nursing profession. What do you think, Hanna?
Nice comments. I think the nurse's job is the best job in the world, but it's hard work, and we have to be talking about good and bad things about being a nurse. But of course, I would like to see more positive stories about how good the work is and how much it can give you, even if it takes a lot of your time and your strength and things like that. But I also would like to talk about new modern things about nursing, like a digital care and that you can have quite different kind of careers in nursing. You don't have to do just one kind of job, go to the nursing home and be a nurse like 20 years there, but you can go to the digital services or home care. And I would like to speak more about modern things about being a nurse.
That's really interesting, because my next question was regarding the skills that we we need as a society to cultivate the next generation of nurses. What do you think were skills that you had back then that were really relevant, but have kind of like, oh, that's a little bit old-fashioned, or we really need to bake in some new concepts here for nursing to draw in fresh talent and fresh ideas? What do you think, Hanna?
Yeah. I think the digital services is a big thing coming up next, and I'm not sure if there is enough skills for new when there is a new nurse. Does she or he know much about digital care? And that's something I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah, we just newly came out of Elisa where they spoke a lot about AI, for example.
Yeah. What about you?
I totally agree with Hanna regarding the competence among future nurses regarding digital care. It's important that we prepare the next generation of nurses with relevant digital competencies, and how can they be prepared to use new and relevant digital technologies that can improve patient care, and we stay in the best quality care that we can give to them. But at the same time, regarding the skills,
yes,
Sophie, what you mentioned, it's important that we go and follow the EU Directive 55/2013, which is the backbone of nursing profession in the whole Europe, and we need to stay on the required skills and competencies.
Absolutely.
That would really ensure that Europe is in good hands with good nurses and with best nurses in the future.
Floro, Hanna, do you think a balance is within reach then, digital as well as keeping up those standards that you have just mentioned here?
Yeah, and for me, it's important that while digitalization is also improving, we need to ensure that it becomes an aid or a tool for nurses, not something that would burden the whole nursing staff, but it would improve their working condition. It would fasten the way how they can provide care to the patients. Do you agree with the thoughts that I have, Hanna?
I think you said quite much all, and I think that's same too.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, both of you won the Queen Silvia Nursing Award Finland Edition 2023 for your ideas, which contributed to very specific area as per the QSNA, which is elderly care, geriatric care, as well as memory loss, dementia care. Those were very specific criteria for the Queen Silvia Nursing Award, and has always been that way since the first award was given in 2013. So when it comes to older adult and cognitive impairment care, what are your concerns given the ongoing reforms, challenges, etc.? Healthcare and social care does not occur in a vacuum. It's part of society, and there's a lot of things going on, not just in Finland, but worldwide right now. Hanna, would you like to kick off this response?
Yeah, I think in Finland things are changing very quickly now, and I'm not sure can we keep on going that much speed, because when one government says that now we do things like this and next says differently, we don't have that long-term how could I say, thinking and doing things and trying new things. It's not okay to do now this way and next year that way, and it's all about money, of course, and that's sad, because we can't maybe use every good ideas what we have, because people have to talk about money and what we can try and what not. What about you, Flora?
Yeah, money talks, as they say, but yeah, well, nursing is dynamic, and we should always keep up with the changes that is going on in the society, because whatever changes that are happening in society, it also affects the quality of care that we can provide to our patients. But I'm also at the same time worried about the advancement of the nursing profession. The WHO, the World Health Organization, with the State of the World's Nursing Report, even encourage governments and policy and decision makers to advance the nursing profession through advanced nurse practitioners, clinical nurse specialists, and we need this kind of job in the future in the older people care and dementia care, so that we can really have evidence-based approach in the older people care sector. So it's important that we keep on changing. We are following the changes. We have the necessary skills for the changes, and we advance at the same time the nursing profession.
That's fantastic. Another element of the Queen Silvia Nursing Award is to lift up the actual nurses, care talent who are working and experiencing day-to-day operations and give them a chance to have their voices heard. We have just come out of Elisa and Muistelito. Tomorrow we're going to visit Nordnet as well as Konstsamfundet, which is great. But on your wish list, Hanna, you might as well wish here. Which societal voices would you like to see more engaged in the discussions of nurse education, retainment, development? Who needs to be part of this discussion more actively, and why do you think we need them? Hanna, go ahead.
I think we have many nurses who can't work full time, like they have some difficulties with maybe some illnesses or some problems with hands or backs or something. And they could be good workers if they can work like half time or 80% time. And I think these voices are not heard enough, because we need every nurse who can work, even if it's 20% time or 15% time or something, not full-time jobs. And I think we need to get those people a longer working careers, that they don't have to stop working because of some problems. We have to make new ways to be a nurse without having to go and stop your maybe the career you love very much.
Interesting point of view.
I do certainly agree with Hanna. And also, if our followers would like to check, for example, the International Council of Nurses report, they really emphasize as well the retaining already existing skilled nurses, because our fear is that when they leave, they can transfer the existing skills and competencies to the next generation of nurses. So we need to retain them. At the same time, we need to give honor to the senior nurses, and at the same time, take with us the novice and junior nurses who are really willing to stay in the nursing profession. But going back to Sophie's question about whose voices should be heard in the Nordic region, or in Finland, for example, Finland has been recruiting internationally educated nurses from abroad to Finland, and they have been involved with older people care for the past 10 years, and their skills and competencies that they bring to the healthcare sector is very important. So we need to hear from them as well, what they think about older people care sector, how can we improve the services, because they are hands-on. They have involved themselves with the care they provided.
Yeah, we need their voices. They would be fantastic applicants for 2024 Queen Silvia Nursing Award.
That's true.
This has been really a great year so far for me, and with Queen Silvia Nursing Award, it has opened many doors for me. People have been contacting me. What kind of idea do you have? Can you share the idea? What is your secret to winning the spot? And maybe you can give us more information in the future. And I'm so willing especially to our listeners right now, you can contact me through Instagram, through Facebook, or through email. I can give you a one-on-one session. Some tips how to win the Queen Silvia Nursing Award.
Fantastic.
I think Hanna has more things to say as well.
Go for it, Hanna, please.
Of course, you can contact me also, maybe in Finnish, because my English is not my
Your
best skill.
English is fantastic. You're doing
But,
so great.
But I think this win has given me so much more self-confidence, and it's the main key for the new doors, because now you can believe, okay, I won this competition and I know what to do next, and there is like a big group of people supporting me, and it's very important for my normal job or for my goals in the future.
Fantastic. I think that's really important. This self-leadership, but also a leadership role for you both in the future. You're both formidable candidates and representatives of the Queen Silvia Nursing Award. Floro, you just touched upon this a little bit earlier. You know, who else do we need to hear from? And we have had some interesting discussions back home in Sweden about nurse leadership. And sometimes that gets confused with nurse management. And how do we make sure that we can keep people specialized? Okay, that's a relevant field. That's a very important field. We don't want to lose that knowledge, experience, expertise. So I would love to hear from you, Floro, and then Hanna, about, you know, how do we get more nurses to be seen as specialists, not just the manager track? Floro, go ahead.
Everyone wants to be a leader,
Yeah.
as you know, but we need leaders who can really lead and understand what nurses do in the field. But in my opinion, we need transformational leaders who really understand diversity, equality, and inclusion. If a leader understands this DEI, then everybody is taken into consideration in society. And as what WHO is always saying, no one should be left behind. And this should be applicable in the nursing profession, whether nursing assistants, practical nurses, and registered nurses. Everyone should be taken into the policy table and understand what they really feel and what they really need, and how can we support them better to improve their working condition.
Thank you. Hanna, go ahead.
When one feels that she or he is respected and having people around one who's cheering her or him and feels safe, then she can
do anything.
Achieve her goals, and then she can do big things. Yeah. But you can't do it alone. You need very good people around you and helping you to find your voice. And I think that's quite much it.
That's really lovely. Floro, you touched on this a little bit earlier. Last question for today. You have quite a unique channel, voice, and position talking about foreign nurses, if not in Finland, the Nordic region. Would you like to share a little bit about that? What is your experience? And what do you advise about this growing issue? Opportunity, but also an issue that we need to address as a society.
Yeah, this is a very controversial issue, and we can now feel that in the Nordic society, also especially in Finland. But for upcoming internationally educated nurses who are planning to move to Finland, I would always say this, that Finland is the happiest country for the 7th year now. I'm so happy about that as well. And if you live in the happiest country, there are a lot of possibilities to grab or to take advantage. And it's important that internationally educated nurses who are living in Finland would really work hard on learning the Finnish language, because it opens a lot of doors for everyone, especially professional development. Even though you don't speak 100% correctly with correct grammar, but as long as you have this motivation and the passion to learn, then Finnish people would really see how passionate you are in everything that you do. And Finland as well, on the other hand, should be open to these internationally educated nurses, because they contribute to the stability of the healthcare sector, especially the older people care sector. Without them, then the older people care sector would also be in chaos. So it's both direction for Finland and the recruited nurses to give back to each other.
Mutually beneficial.
Mutually beneficial to each other.
Thank you so much. Hanna, your winning idea touched upon something that's pretty sensitive, but also incredibly important. Also not so easy to address. Workforce. So Hanna, Floro's laughing here. What needs to happen next to trial your idea, make it happen? What are you hoping that might be able to occur as next steps?
Yeah, the situation is not maybe the best one, because there is a lot of savings happening, and money. There's not enough money for new ideas. But I have been talking with my boss and another unit's boss, and they have been quite interested. And maybe later this year, I am trying to convince them that we can try this concept of mine in our unit.
Yes.
So started from little and then growing it maybe. And of course, I have been using my political friends to give that a try, and how we can go. How could I say it? How can we put it on the process? Maybe my employee wants to try it for a bigger picture, and this is how. But I think now there is so many big changes going on, because we have been just talking about there is some units have to be put down because of there's not enough money and so on. So this spring is maybe not the best time to discuss about this, but I'm trying later this year. Yeah, and I'm trying to many ways to convince that it's
we are
good.
absolutely behind you,
Yeah.
Hanna. We are behind you, Floro. You were selected for. It's not a mistake that the jury of the Queen Silvia Nursing Award in Finland selected you both as winners for 2023. We're absolutely delighted that you were able to make your way to Helsinki this time around, and in a coordinated fashion that we can enjoy some fantastic learning and networking experiences with our partners. So I thank you so much for imparting a little bit of your perspectives here today, sharing a little bit about your journey, and also, if anything, I hope that this keeps you motivated to keep talking, advocating, and standing up for the nursing profession. We need both of your voices for this profession to grow further in Finland. Thank you both so much.
Thank you very much. This has been great day, and I hope tomorrow is even better.
Oh, I hope so too.
Yeah, tomorrow, hopefully it will be sunny again. So we can enjoy Helsinki and roam around and enjoy the session with Nordnet. Yes. Looking forward for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe I can improve my memory passport in the future.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Thank you so much then.
Thank
Bye
you.
now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.